Hey y'all, I'm Carolina Tony. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today the road brings us to Union, South Carolina, and we are here on the banks of John D. Long Lake, where on October the 25th, 1994, Susan Smith killed two of her sons. And also, this lake has claimed the lives of many others. And we will tell you the stories right after the station identification. Susan Vaughn Smith was born September 26, 1971 in Union, South Carolina. She was a fairly good student in high school, well liked, but there was a dark side to her that a lot of people didn't know. There were incidents in her home life where a stepfather had tried to have relations with her several times. She had tried to commit suicide on more than one occasion. Living in a failed marriage, on the brink of divorce, having an affair with a married man that was her boss. On the day before this tragedy, he sent her a letter telling her that it had to end, that nice girls did not have affairs with married men. Susan returned home and told everyone that a black man with a gun had jumped in the car. On July 22nd, 1995, Susan Smith was sentenced to life in prison for murdering her two sons, Michael Daniel Smith, age 3, and 14-month-old Alexander Tyler Smith. But the story doesn't end here, because this lake took more lives. Right in this spot here, a tree was planted in memorial for her two boys. Let me read it to you. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. Matthew 18:4-6. This tree was planted in memory of Michael and Alex Smith. Their innocent souls touched our hearts in many ways as the light of God's Sun touches this tree. Dedicated December the 3rd, 1994 by Glenn and Colleen Outlaw of Jacksonville, Florida, in cooperation with the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. This tree was provided by Lewis Nursery and Tree Farm. This plaque provided by Gross Monuments, Orange Park, Florida. I think the tree has died or been removed, but the plaque is here forever. Not long after the two children drowned in the lake, it brought on media attention from all over the United States, and lots of folks would come here to look at the monuments. The monuments were originally planted right here on this concrete base. The road that went to the boat ramp came in from where we just walked from, would come by here, and then the ramp to the lake was straight down that way. Come with me, I'll show you. Now because of the letter that Susan got, she was real distraught, and she had planned on killing her two children as well as herself. So she got in her car, put it in neutral, with her two children strapped in the back seat. And as it started rolling down the ramp, Susan decided she wouldn't kill herself. She got out of the car, and the car went down the ramp. And this is a pretty steep hill, and you can tell it probably picked up a lot of speed. It went out into the lake. Now, Susan confessed to the murders 9 days after it had happened on national TV. And during those 9 days, there were actually people that came here and searched the lake, but they didn't find anything. But she told about how far the car went out, and that's where the divers were able to recover the bodies of the 2 little boys. One of the divers said that the children were still strapped in the back of the car, and one of them's hand was up against the window when they brought it to the surface. Okay, as I've said earlier, the monuments were once right there on that concrete pad. They've since been removed, and I'm going to tell you why. On October the 31st, 1996, a group of 10 people, adults as well as children, came late at night to look at the monuments. They parked the car so that the headlights were shining on the monument so they could see them. 4 people got out of the car to look at the monument. While that was happening, the car rolled down the hill, past the boat ramp, and into the water. This is where it really gets creepy, guys. Some of the folks that was out of the car, they tried to get in the water to save them. Some of them died as well. Out of the 10 people, 7 wound up drowning. When they recovered the bodies from the car, when they brought it up out of the water, the adult, the father of the children, was still behind the wheel of the car with the car in park. Hey, they say this lake is haunted, and that sometimes late at night that you can see orbs of light along the dam moving around. And is it the children looking for somebody to play with? I don't know, but it's amazing. As I said, since the deaths, the monument has been moved. As you can see, at the foot of the hill is a lake. This is about 100 yards from where the monuments originally were. They now have been moved up the road to here. I guess we do not need any more deaths by accident. So in order to view the monuments is actually along beside the little road that comes down in here to the lake. But there are 2 monuments. These are the 2 monuments that the Suburban actually passed through when it rolled into the water. In memory of Michael Daniel, October the 10th, 1991, and Alexander Tyler, August the 5th, 1993. They both passed away on October the 25th, 94. And this is what they look like shortly before the tragic death. Several miles on the outskirts of Union, South Carolina, we travel to Bogensville United Methodist Church to search for the graves of the 2 Smith children. Well, we have done some backtracking and exploring to find the grave of Michael Daniel and Alexander Tyler. This is where they're laid to rest. They died together and they're buried together in the same coffin. See where people have come and left little toys around their gravestone. Such a tragedy that this lake has claimed the lives of so many people. I want to thank you for joining me. Again, if you hadn't subscribed yet, be sure to go down below and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a big old thumbs up. But until next time, y'all have a good day.